It's the final round of the LWS Open at Idlewild, presented by Dynamic Discs and The Natty. This is a middle of the road on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the two Hot Geese.
Honk.
This is the nicest day Kentucky has ever seen. Objectively, it was gorgeous out there.
It could be just comparison that is yelling, but it was lovely. It was about 75 degrees and sunny. It was so nice and breezy. Catrina Allen, Hansen, Alexis Mandujano, and Ohn Scoggins will be taking advantage of these prime conditions. Everyone's sitting just around 4 or 5 strokes over par. I believe last year one under won it. So we're gonna see a lot of birdies, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see if they can attack.
Hole 1. 638 feet out of bounds all the way down the left-hand side. I think that is the side you want to avoid. There is an OB line on the right side as well. It's a little harder to find, takes a little bit more of a shank to get there. It's nice to land up here on the flat, but you can turn something over down in these trees on the right-hand side and have still a pretty decent approach to the green. What you do want to avoid on the green, however, is this big tree, short. It leaves you no putting opportunities. Also, if you happen to go deep or catch a roll on this green, there is an out of bounds line around behind the basket that comes into play more quickly than you'd expect.
Out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Catrina Allen.
Catrina finished 4th in this event last year with a +4, which she is currently at.
A little bit of a headwind on hole 1.
Enough that if you put too much Anheuser angle on it, it's probably not coming back. Catrina throwing her torrent. Beautiful.
Perfect.
Her control those angles.
Way down there.
Also tied for first place out of Seattle, Washington, Hansen.
We all know Ella to have a big arm, but it's cool to see her really dial it in and take advantage at Idlewild. This is a whole different type of skill set, and she is exceeding.
I wonder if this is her first Idlewild. I do not see her on the list from last year.
I think it is.
So that's pretty cool. Ella catches a tree on the right. We'll see if she can attack from there.
Third on the box out of Universal City, Texas, Alexis Mandujano.
Alexis absolutely shredding the course yesterday.
Taking the spot from her sister. We saw Valerie on lead card yesterday. Alexis shooting really well. She actually tied for 7th at this event last year with 8 over par on the tournament. That's really far right, but it's working back. Does get caught up.
It'll be a little low ceiling from down there.
Mm-hmm.
Also tied for 3rd and rounding out the lead card out of Los Angeles, California, Ohn Scoggins.
Woo!
We get to watch some big backhands and some flex sidearms from Ohn.
I like when she dances and bows.
I think we'll see some today.
She's my favorite.
It's so nice out here. Everyone was happy.
Classic Ohn flex line. That red one is an Emperor. That looks good.
That looks great. It's a little knocked off by the low-hanging branches, but she's still right around circle 1, I believe.
Yeah, we'll
with
see
a
if the
putt.
branches are in her way.
Yeah.
Alexis taking a similar line as Ella here, swings it out a little wider, which I like to avoid the tree, and she's in circle 2. Dangerous putt to run with the OB behind it, especially if you're an aggressive spin putter. Ohn just has to miss this tree. Get under it. Oh, there's like almost no angle from there. Man, what a bomb from Catrina.
Yeah, this is just a standstill chip sidearm.
Love it. Maybe running it? Really solid shot. She puts it to about 20 feet.
This has moved its way up into one of the easiest holes on the course for FPO.
It's still average, though. I saw 4.06, I think, on the flyover, so that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, just barely over par, so that means that most of the holes out here are playing over par, even in the good conditions.
But yeah, that's Idlewild. Ohn with a look. Yeah. You almost never see someone make it. I think she might have gotten a bit of a roll based on the delay time from the spotter. We'll see. Yeah. We're seeing it right now. Sorry, I thought that was someone else.
And we have seen.
Yep, we saw it. It's a good par. Oh, my God. Catrina for birdie.
It's good.
Saw that one, too.
What a great way to start leading the tournament with a birdie.
Making it look easy. Ella for birdie as well. Nice.
Matching.
Got just past that tree. Oh, par. Huh. Wonder if we missed a shot. Alexis for a par as well. Hole 2 played as the most difficult hole yesterday. It's par 4, 601 feet. You want to throw a backhand turnover or a sidearm to that final hillside there. Left side creek OB. Any kick over there is a disaster. If you can get all the way to this clearing right here before these two bushes, you can attack for a birdie, but they are rare. A lot of people, if you're out of position, just pitch up near this path and then go over on the third shot. It's probably 300 feet, and then you're going on a right to left sloping green. Super risky on the upshot. If you can get across at all on the second shot, do it. You know. Yeah. Obviously the water OB, you see a lot of rollaways. Definitely have to control your shots.
I believe we have not seen birdies yet this weekend on hole 2.
I don't think we have. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I kind of like, they had a shorter position on this one, like short left.
Yeah, I like that one too. The straight one.
Yeah,
I agree.
Catrina out there though, really, really nicely. That was her rogue. She should be able to go over into. Oh, I think with that MD3 she likes to impress us with. Oh no, she kicks and that's the bad kick. That's out of bounds. It's so hard to save your bogey from over there. A lot of times you don't even really have a shot to pitch up. On with, I think, a Roadrunner based on how that flew. And she's in the ditch. That's, oh wait. That was Alexis.
But that was a fortunate spot though, because if it was in the flat, it could have cut rolled out of bounds.
Yeah, that's true. And Ohn just passed the ditch as well. They will have to make a choice to go across or not. It's a little bit uphill footing there, so it can be tough.
Look at that footing. Downhill sloping, but it's an uphill shot. She's going for it.
Mm-hmm. Some sort of understable fairway driver, it looks like.
That looks great.
Mm-hmm.
That is such a more difficult shot than she made it look. It's very hard to control that angle and get it to flex nicely.
Ohn way too low. Did it get across?
Wow. No way.
Kind of lucky. I mean, she went right through a gap in that bush. But all right.
All right.
All right. And Catrina in the ideal spot.
Ooh, lots of room to work. She does leave it kind of low. That's okay. Just playing it for par here.
I mean, I'm sure she wanted the birdie, but like par is great on this hole.
Let's play this, the second most difficult hole of the day, and you can see with all this danger why that is the case.
Ella throwing 4 with the out-of-bounds stroke.
She's not scared of this green.
That is so impressive.
Are you kidding?
I would love for everyone watching to go there and throw that and be like, wow.
How many times?
She parked it.
I could throw that shot 100 times and not do it 99 times.
Yeah. Yeah, you get it once, you're like, that's it. I did it. I am amazing.
That's so impressive. You can see Alexis left it a little bit short. That's pretty classic here because it's so scary to be aggressive on the screen. It slopes so quickly with no buffer between the bottom of the hill and the water.
Even Ohn laying up. She's the epitome of aggressive. Catrina laying up as well.
Nobody landed in Circle 1 Regulation 4 birdie. And there were no birdies on the day.
No birdies on the weekend, right?
Oh, there was a couple in round 1.
Oh, you're
Very
right.
impressive ones.
You're right. Yep.
But what made this the hardest hole ever is because 70% of the field taking a bogey or worse.
Ouch.
Ohn, not one of them.
Solid par.
Par feels great here. Feels like you won the tournament. That's so dramatic.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This hole ate my lunch every round, and it can do that.
What a bully. Good par from Catrina. She still has her milk money. Didn't take her lunch. I'm sorry.
Ella.
Ella keeping it to a single bogey after early left OB, which is good.
So impressive.
Yep. And Alexis missing that putt, which was kind of long, and taking a single bogey as well.
Hole 3 is a new hole. It's the U hole. You want to throw either a turnover backhand or a sidearm through this gap right here. Going straight and far towards where that pedestrian is walking is great. The further you get, the more open your second shot is. You can cut the corner on your second shot. We might see that as well. There's a Mando over there and some low-hanging tree branches on this big, nice corner tree. The out of bounds on the left-hand side doesn't really come into play unless you really shank one, but then these guardian bushes really keep you from attacking the green. You kind of have to crash into the trees above the basket and hope you grab. We haven't seen any birdies on the weekend. Maybe we will today, though. But it takes 2 miraculous shots or maybe even a throw-in.
Mm-hmm. I would love to see a 3 on this. Ooh. And I think this is the way to attack the hole.
Totally.
And not a lot of ladies have this shot.
It's so good.
Mm-hmm. Katrina rolling her pro line vortex.
Man, that was perfect.
Ohn really over flexing this and challenging the right side. There's OB over there. I think it's just the water line, but regardless, she's not in a very good spot.
That's so good.
I believe that's her FD. Rolls a little, but great spot.
Although this one is just as difficult to birdie as the last hole, there's a lot less trouble to worry about here, so it's way easier to get a safe par.
Alexis catching that last guardian tree, dropping straight down. She can totally still par from there. Oh, good. I thought Ohn was a little more in these bushes. I think that's the OB line right there, actually, so it's not the water line.
Yeah, maybe she did go out of bounds.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
But that was a good out. She was throwing like pretty sharply uphill. Alexis with really great power on this forehand, getting out and around.
Yeah, she's got great distance on her sidearm.
A really nice, smooth shot, too. She's got it all. I'm going to try really hard not to compare her to her sister because she's probably sick of it. Ella with a decent shot as well. I mean, she's pretty far up there and hopefully has a straightforward approach. Maybe 150 feet left. Look at this. Catrina with a straight look at it.
Kind of funny footing. She had that right to left cross hill. It looks like it kind of triggered a little bit of an early release.
Should be an easy par, though. Would have been cool to see her get it, though.
Ohn with some funky footing on her third shot. But she gives
Really well
herself,
done.
yeah, gives herself a look.
Alexis sneaks through the bush and gets inside the circle as well. Ella also going forehand, a little too high, gets caught up. She's probably 40 feet uphill with hopefully nothing in her way, though. And Catrina with just a luxurious little pitch up into the bullseye. Yeah, I think just proving that kind of the only way to really truly attack is with the roller.
Oof.
Good effort from Ella.
Alexis with a super solid putt.
Yeah, and a good save from being, on that first tree off the tee. Ohn was in bounds and saves a par. Wow, from way over there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's nuts.
That's a lot of added distance.
What a save. Ella taking a bogey. And Catrina dropping in her par. Hole 4 is a brand new hole. It's a par 5, 722, super attackable. It's honestly a pretty easy water carry as far as these things go. You just need to get somewhere out in the open. Someone like Catrina or Ella could get far enough to feasibly attack for the eagle, though we haven't really seen that yet. You just want to land somewhere in the middle here, and then the teeth is kind of in this layup. You want to hit this biggest gap and land kind of in this mulchy area that we're about to pass here. There's more room than you think, but if you juice it a little bit, there's a pretty steep hill leading to a really disgusting little pond with some strange sounding frogs. Once you lay up, there's probably about, 200 feet left or so, maybe 220 to get to the pin.
It's very straightforward, no OB.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about anything. Also, Erika's from Montana. She must not have bullfrogs out there.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, Catrina and Ella easily do have the distance. It's all about their placement here. Of if they can land far enough left where it opens up the angle, but the gap is so narrow. It's tantalizing, but so narrow. It's pretty straightforward birdie, and most people are playing smart here and just trying to take the easy green on the scorecard. But I hope someone goes for it.
Yeah, it'd be cool. Everyone looking like they know how to throw drives.
Yeah,
There's not like a
this is
particular landing zone here. It's kind of nice. It's just like, yeah, throw.
It's mindless, and it's the
Pretty
only
well.
it's the only time you really get to be mindless at Idlewild.
Oh, Ella kind of slipping there. That's a huge shot.
In the air forever. Wow.
Wow. Will we ever get used to Ella Hansen?
No, never. And the thing is, she's just going to keep getting better, too. She's still so new to the sport.
That's impossible. She can't be anybody. Own landing safe. She's on the right side. We'll see if she has a gap. Alexis looks like a fierce. I do think the left side is a little bit better. There's some good gaps over there, but you really want to split the difference between where Alexis and Own landed. Land dead center. That looks like a high-speed disc.
Uh-oh.
This could be exciting.
Yes.
Oh, yes. No.
Okay. Maybe it's safe. The good thing about this is if she goes out of bounds, she can still save a par very easily. And now she can even still save a birdie.
It's true. I don't know about easily. It depends. Like, that left side gets a little dense.
I haven't even looked down there.
Yeah, so we'll see, but I really respect that she went for it. It's
Heck
cool.
yeah. I think Ella was definitely far enough, just didn't have the right angle, so she was forced to pitch up as well.
Wow, Alexis once again displaying the power and accuracy of her forehand. She puts it to about 15 feet.
And the bullfrogs cheer her on. Ella turning it just a little bit. Unfortunately, she'll be just outside the circle. She's good for it.
Own's third shot.
She must have been pinched there. That was not typical distance for Own.
I think the right side is a little bit worse. Catrina with a little step out sidearm. Pretty cool that she's still able to attack for that birdie.
Wow.
Yeah. Well done. On from deep in circle 2.
Uphill.
Come on.
Woo. Great line. Just a little fun fact about Own. She is leaving to go to Masters Worlds tomorrow. She'll have one day to learn 2 courses.
Whoa.
Yeah, this woman is unreal. Great birdie from Alexis.
So smooth and easy.
This played as the easiest hole on the course. There was one eagle,
Oh.
and it is Valerie Mandujano.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
That's awesome.
I wonder if her second shot was a sidearm or a backhand. She's got both, just like Alexis.
They've got it all.
They've got it all. Alexis, though, I think wins on fastest disc golfer
Oh my God.
on tour.
I actually like to ask people who they think the fastest card is.
Yeah.
And the Mandujano sisters, particularly Alexis, always makes the list.
100%.
Katrina, dang, 2 down through 4. Alexis, Ohn, and Macy Veladiaz even. Ella dropping a little bit to a tie for 5th with a +2. We got some -1s. We got a Hot Goose at even.
Honk.
Pretty tight. I mean, chase card is right there.
Yeah, we have Ellen Woodboom in the top 10. She won this event in 2020. Loves this course. Moving on to hole 5. A very difficult par 3. It's 334 feet, but there's so much to think about. There's out of bounds on the right-hand side if you flip something over. And then obviously this out of bounds pond at the bottom of this right to left down sloping green. It's very scary to attack. You need every bit of 350 feet. Because you're kind of battling this hill and letting your disc slope down with it.
I almost think more than 350.
I do too.
Because a lot of people like to throw that really big, tall hyzer like this. And yeah, it just takes quite a bit of power to get down there.
That seems kind of like the only way to attack. You can do the straight hyzer flip at it, but that's so scary.
I mean, I watched, who's on my card? Paige Shue throw like just straight at it with a little bit of finish. And it just feels so scary. You don't see that very often.
No, you have to know your disc so well because just the littlest bit of wrong angle and bye.
Yeah. Ohn gets up there just outside the circle. I bet she runs that.
That's a huge sidearm. Ella going with the tall hyzer as well. There was a right to left crosswind, but it doesn't seem to be affecting her disc very heavily.
Jesus.
Spiking it into the green.
I think that's her PD.
A really nice controlled pitch up from Alexis. That shot is harder than it looks.
Yeah, it's easy to let it get away from you, especially if you're, like 10 or 15 feet farther back than that. It starts to get pretty tricky. Ohn just pitching up.
Katrina to try to go 3 through 5.
Inch too high, but it sits. Ella with just an easy birdie.
This green, you kind of expect it to roll away if it bounces, so
Yeah.
it's like, yay, whenever it sits down.
Ella put that so high in the air.
Yeah, she probably threw like 400 feet of power there.
Right.
That's more goose math for you guys. Very exact science.
Yeah, we've been in the lab for hours.
But par feels good on this one. Only 10% of the field taking a birdie. That's only 5 competitors out of the 50 we have.
Hole 6 is a par 3. It's 426 feet. It's so difficult. We've seen some 2s, but dang, it's hard. OB all the way on the left side. Most people taking this left side gap, but you can go right side as well. I think backhand is how you really, really attack, but forehand gets you to the middle safely, and then you're going to your first of the mini golf greens, I like to call them, all of that felt or AstroTurf. This is a really, really tough 3. A 2 feels like an eagle. Oh, Ella's disc cut rolling out of bounds, it looks like.
Yeah, that's a very common error here, leaving it a little bit too low and it just cut rolling straight across the fairway.
I would like to play this one from the MPOT pad.
Yeah, 100 feet back,
Yep,
extra
as
par
a
stroke.
4. Yep.
This is a very normal landing zone. It's very difficult to get around those 2 guardian trees, the big one and the little one. I like the forehand play here because obviously you're flexing away from the creek. It needs to get through all these trees though.
Yeah, almost flexed it too much, but she looks safe. Come on. Give her the... No!
Wow.
Dang. That last little roll. Let's see if Ohn can show us the line here. You do want to flex it, but you got to be careful that you don't push too far. Wow. Wow. Friendly little roll, too. A great shot from Ohn. And Alexis's really wasn't a bad shot. It just didn't quite get the good break, which is classic.
Yeah.
Idlewild.
Classic.
A lot of competitors doing what Ella is doing and laying up short. You can get inside the circle if you do it just right, and still get your par that way. But it's scary. It's almost as scary as going for it.
Katrina's going big. She checks up nicely onto the
Awesome.
green, and that's such a tough shot. It's only about, 30 feet deep, the green? Maybe a little less than that?
Like 30 feet total?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. It's just barely a circle's edge from front to back.
Alexis lays up, but does get caught up on a tree.
Ohn has a jump putt. Flashing the basket for
Going
two.
for it, of course.
Yeah. God, that'd be a great two.
Alexis for bogey save. It happens that fast.
This is played as the third most difficult hole. Again, it's because of lack of birdie ability. There were no birdies on the day.
I love that fake word that you just made up.
Thank you.
What a great bogey save.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Man, yeah. 3 feels like birdie. 4's fine.
Oh, yay, GK replay. Let's watch this in slow-mo from across the creek. Look, what a great layup. I mean, that is just as close as you can get. Then catching a bunch of chains.
Yeah, no doubt there. That was perfect. Catrina 4, 3.
Wow.
Nice.
Man, she's showing us why she made her way into the lead. This is a really well put together round so far, 6 holes in.
Yeah, she's looking smooth, powerful, comfortable. Alexis taking a double there, which it just happens. You just got to move on. Ohn with a good par as well.
Doing good at Idlewild is all about being forgetful. Hole 7, tiny gap, lots of out of bounds below. You got to make it through this gap. You don't want to push too far straight because you bring those little trees on the left into play. Finishing right here in this grass patch is ideal with a sidearm or a backhand turnover. The second shot is very steep uphill, adds about 150 feet of distance, it feels like. It's super narrow, hyzer flip, forehand, whatever is working for you at the time will work on here. It's 400 feet, but it plays about 500, I would say.
Yeah, but it's still gettable. Catrina going pro line torrent. Really great sidearm. I've mostly seen backhand so far, so it's fun to see a couple of sidearms. Ohn just lacing it as well. And they're both in really good spots. The trouble with the backhand is it does kind of push too far straight, like you said, Madison, and finishes to the left.
It kind of takes away your as much attackability as you have on that second shot.
Can you just add ability to any word?
Oh, 100%.
Okay. Percent ability.
I'm fully able to do that.
Forehand ability. Man, they all went forehand. That has to be like a rare stat. 4 for 4 forehands off the tee.
No one wants to turn their back to this gap. It's so scary.
I've mostly seen like backhand putters or
Really?
mids or... Oh, no. Terrible kick for Ella.
We'll see what she has to work with. There is a little bit of space down there.
Catrina with a better look at it. It's pretty straight, but I think she'll need to get a little bit of turn on this disc. Just a bit. Like that.
Yeah, that looks great.
And it's just outside the circle.
The tournament staff did a great job. It's really muddy on some of these fairways, especially in the landing zones where everyone is throwing from right now. They put some red clay down, and it helped so much.
They were out early to get that out there, too. So thanks to them.
Yeah.
Really.
It helped so much.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
Ohn looks like she's on circle's edge with another sidearm. Alexis. Yeah, pretty little gap, pretty close to that tree.
Taking the right
Yeah,
side.
wow.
The old sneaker gap, the old pro route.
That was so impressive. I always get so nervous. We're going to see like someone break their hand when they're that close to a tree. Ella with nothing. I mean, she's just going cut roller just to get out.
Still has about 100 feet to the pin. Forced to just do another little chip up. That's
Well
a nice
done.
recovery.
She'll be taking a bogey. Catrina, for the 3 from about 42 feet. Right height, just a little right side.
Settles up nicely for an easy par. Ohn with a tree right on her back.
What awkward little footing, too. Good effort for her birdie bid. And Alexis with the park job.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice. That second shot was money. And good recovery after the double.
Even though this hole feels like not like one that you want to get,
Yeah.
only 20% of the field taking a birdie. So it's
It sounds about right.
every gettable hole is still very hard to get.
Like this one. Probably the shortest par 5 on course, on tour. At 576 feet, it's so technical. You see mostly backhands, but there is a flex sidearm play off the tee as well. You want to land somewhere around that stump or obviously farther if you can do it. And then laying up to the mouth of this gap is the typical second play if you have it. And then little backhand turnover or forehand chip and then just take your birdie, right?
So easy. Mm-hmm. No nonsense.
Nope.
There's no trees. They don't exist.
Honestly, the tee shot, look at this angle, you have to throw it like perfectly straight, really tight on the left side, and then hyzer just a little bit.
Yeah, it's a blind.
Kind of like this.
Yeah, that's great. It's a blind tee shot, so it's you're aiming at the gap, not necessarily where you're landing. It makes it kind of weird.
So there's that stump I mentioned. Anywhere around there, you're like, yep, I did it. That's good. A little higher line from Catrina. She's a little too far on that left-hand side, but we'll probably have a step-out sidearm, and the distance speaks for itself.
This is a hole where the tee shot really sets the tone for the rest of the hole. Trying to scramble early is what
Oh my gosh.
adds strokes.
So the
This
flex
one-
sidearm is the aggressive play, which Ohn likes to do. That was a Colossus, and she's so far. That's
Yeah.
awesome. I think the flex sidearm tends to get the worst kicks if you hit a tree. So it's scary to do. Ella kicks to the right. There are some narrow gaps over there. It's not great, but it's possible to get back into position. Look at how tiny these are.
Yeah, you have to really shorten the distance that you go on your second shot. She's out in the middle, no problem, but the closer you are to the mouth of the gap, the easier it is to get to the green. And where she is, it's going to be much more of a flexy line.
Yeah, much more risky to attack from there.
This is great from Alexis. I kind of like to be a little bit further right on the
Yeah.
fairway, but she'll have a little step out sidearm potential there.
Perfect distance, just a little bit left side. Catrina stepping out from the rough and getting right into the middle of the gap.
Yeah, it's a great spot.
And Ohn way out here. Man, look at this. What a great drive. And she's going pretty big again. That's the same disc she threw off the tee. I think it's a Colossus. It tries to get through, but gets caught up. She's all the way to the mouth, though. Ella's third.
Ooh. That
Big,
thing
tall,
was
flexy boy.
that thing was very overstable. She was really trying to get it to carry for a little while, but she finishes pretty far down there. She'll have a long look.
Yeah, she's in circle, too, for birdie.
Catrina lined up dead straight.
So good.
So good. Oh
Wow.
my gosh. Perfect ground play. Checks up right in the wood chips. Alexis forced to take more of a flexy approach.
Squeaks past that one tree. She's going to have to earn it with a just outside the circle putt for birdie. Ohn's third.
Oh, yeah.
Solid. She's inside the circle.
The master of the flex. 'Cause that's not an easy shot where she was.
And I mean, that was some sort of high-speed disc, too. Like, that wasn't just a little mid-range. The trust and control she has is impressive. Do it, Ella!
No way!
Wow. Birdie from early right side.
Okay, and that is such an aggressive putt, too, because it drops off behind the basket.
And you have no putt if you go too far.
Yeah.
There's, oh my God.
Like, look at the black hole behind the basket here. There's nothing back there for you.
Can you believe it? I mean, early, she was so early right.
Oh, that's so good. Oh, man. Again, just breathless from Ella Hansen's disc golf play. Wow.
Great birdie from Ohn as well. She makes those testers look easy.
Mm-hmm.
Alexis taking the par. Man, good hole from our card here.
Oh, yeah.
Tap in birdie for Catrina.
Oof, 3 birdies on one card is great.
Yeah, rare.
And on to hole 9, downhill, 258 feet, very tight gap. Backhand turnover with a putter, I think, is the ideal line. You can throw a forehand as well and avoid this bush on the left-hand side. Coming in low, getting some ground play is good. If you put too much height, maybe you can get caught up by the trees over the green, but if you don't, you can go way past and have a big comebacker. Catrina gives it the height, doesn't quite get through those last couple of guardian trees on the corner. She might have a long look from circle 2-ish.
I mean, just getting through the main fairway and the main gap is like the name of the game. Easy par is fine. Oh, wow, I love this.
Yeah, Ohn fillets the fairway.
Well, a lot of times you can lace the forehand shot, but you tend to fade out and land near the pin and then skip outside the circle into the rough. So that was amazing control, just like a little tiny flex.
That is the bush that eats forehands. She'll drop straight down, though. It'll be a pretty simple pitch up. It is a sloped green, though, so it's always a little bit in your head.
It can get a little tough over there, too, so we'll see. Alexis taking the backhand line. She gets through the main gap and should have at least an easy layup.
Oh,
yeah.
She's deep in there.
Yeah, it can get a little nasty, but Ella has... Oh.
Very technical shots.
Wow, okay, so that was a tinier gap than I thought, but man, Ella laces it and she's parked for her par.
Just such good speed control there.
Alexis going for it. Or laying up? I can't tell. It was cool.
No,
and
I think she was going for it.
But soft bid, though, to stay close. Catrina step out, sidearm pitch up, leaves it pretty short. I'm not sure if she's inside the circle.
Yeah, downhill death putt to save par here.
Dang.
Cash.
That's awesome.
Dead center.
And she's 3 down on the front 9. What a great save.
And she jumped that, too. She didn't. This wasn't a conservative bid. This was full send.
Yep. I mean, she's in the lead. She wants to keep it that way. Clutch.
So good. Slow-mo fist pump.
Power walk. That was great. Ohn with a really good birdie as well. She's only 2 strokes back from Catrina.
Is Catrina bogey free on the front?
Yeah, she was, -3 bogey free.
Wow.
Pretty good.
That is so good at Idlewild.
Yeah, let's review, shall we?
Oof.
Ohn bogey free 2 down. Don't count her out.
Nope. And Alexis, a few blemishes. Ella, man, it's funny. We just watched her play all these holes, and I don't remember there being that many bogeys.
Yeah,
like, it's
it
so
happens.
close to
Yep.
being good.
And so many of them are like, bogey's fine.
Yeah.
So Alexis even on the round. Ella 2 up. They're both tied for 4th. Let's see how the chase card is stacking up here.
Don't forget, Ella started with a quad yesterday and still stayed on in the lead.
It's true.
Anything can happen out here. Everyone kind of hovering around even par.
Missy Gannon shooting up though, -2.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
in solo third at the moment. Madison Walker up there.
Honk.
Big thanks to our FPO VIP members. You keep us doing what we do, just honking away all of the live long day. GKProDisc.com if you're interested in supporting all of this. $10 a month really helps us out. We also got some merch. Come join us on the back for the conclusion. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot more birdies. We still have perfect conditions for the next 9 holes. No sneaky rain. We appreciate you guys. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb, and we're the 2 Hot Geese.
Honk.
Honk.